Welcome back to the Morristown Market Report. I'm Amy Schrader with RE/MAX Real Estate 10.
And I'm Kim Swan with Union Home Mortgage.
Our special guest today is Landry Brotherton. Landry is with Wallace Hardware here in Morristown. So welcome, Landry. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So what can you tell us about Wallace Hardware? I didn't realize, I grew up knowing Wallace Hardware was here and they were a local business, but I didn't know until recently, they've been here forever.
Yes. Wallace Hardware, or Wallace Distribution as we're now known, started in 1922.
Wow.
It was originally called Whitaker Holtzinger Hardware, and it was located in downtown Morristown. Mr. D.M. Wallace came on board with them, and after a few years it became Wallace Hardware. And Mr. Wallace was there for a long time. His son, John D. Wallace, who many people probably know, took over, and then when Mr. Wallace passed away, Doyle, his son, so the third generation of the Wallace family, is now running Wallace. We are a regional wholesale distributor, so we do not technically sell to the general public.
Okay.
We sell to your local pro hardware stores, your mom and pop hardware stores. We also have an industrial division that focuses primarily on your industrial customers here, utility systems, hospital systems, things like that. So yeah, we've been in business since 1922, so we just celebrated a couple years ago our 100-year anniversary, which was a big deal. There aren't a whole lot of businesses around that have been in business that long, so we're happy to still be in the community, supporting the community, and working with everyone. We cover a territory of about 13 states. So we have territory salespeople all the way from Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, you name it. So we're kind of all over the southeast mostly, but we do go travel into Pennsylvania in that area. So a lot of stuff going on.
So when they first started, they were just a local hardware store selling.
Well, they focused, yes and no.
Okay.
They did do some distribution work then, but it was primarily just a local hardware entity. But it has obviously expanded and grown since then. There for a while, there was Wallace, and then you probably remember Bradley's Hardware and things like that. And that's all the same family. And so the Bradley side of the equation sort of focused on that direct consumer retail hardware, and then Wallace has always more been the distributor role in the situation. So yeah.
I think it's neat that somebody that just started out, a little local hardware company, has grown and grown.
13 states.
Yeah, to where they're probably one of the leading supplier of hardware.
We are, yes. There's only really a handful of hardware distributors in the United States that service primarily your small retail mom and pop stores, things like that. We're not one of the big guys in your Lowe's or your Home Depots or those sort of things, but we have a partnership with the Pro Group, which is basically a buying consortium. So we're able to harness that buying power from all these different distributors around the country to get great deals for our customers, who are the stores that would sell to the consumer every day.
Cool. So what do you like working at Wallace Hardware?
A lot of people say this, and sometimes it seems cliche, but to me it's really a big family. We work hard, we play hard, we have a lot of fun. But like I said, the Wallaces, I have worked for them previously. They owned the hotel here in town. It was Holiday Inn, so I worked there for a number of years for Doyle. And when the opportunity came about to come to Wallace and work there, I was very excited for that opportunity, and it's been a lot of fun.
Good deal. So what do you do for them?
I'm the marketing coordinator, and that encompasses a lot of things.
Like getting to do Facebook Live.
Right, things like this. So, I do some sales tools for our sales force that they can go out and present to their dealers. I work with our purchasing department and the vendors that we have there, and try to get their products marketed to the right people. So, yeah, a lot of different stuff.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Is there anything about Wallace that you want to share that we haven't talked about?
Sure. If you want to visit our website, you can do that. It's wallacedist, DIST, .com, and the whole Wallace story is on there. You can learn more about Wallace. And if you're someone who might want to open up a hardware store, we would love to be your distributor. You can give us a call. You can go on the website. You can fill out the form. We'd be in contact with you. But Wallace is a great place. It's been here over 100 years. We're looking forward to the next 100. So
good deal.
Great.
All right.
thank you.
Thank you, Landry, for coming on here.
Absolutely.
Landry is a previous client of mine,
Yes, I am.
and he actually used Kim for his
And
financing
Kim.
too, so
Yes.
we have a
Yes.
long history together. I actually met Landry when I was in my previous job
Mm-hmm.
at a title company, and I was doing a lunch and learn for the Chamber of Commerce, and Landry attended that, and that's how we met. So we've
Awesome.
known each other for a long
A
time.
little while now. I was just saying before we were talking before this started that it's been this year will be 9 years actually that I've had my house, and Amy and Kim both did a great job helping me get that. So I appreciate both of you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate that.
All right, well, we are going to do the mortgage and real estate part of this, so if you want to head back, you are welcome to
All
do
right.
that.
Perfect.
We appreciate again that you
Thank
came
you.
out here to do this with us.
Absolutely enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right,
For
thanks.
coming, Landry.
All right, Kim, I think I saw where rates might have took a little dip today.
They did. Again, the Fed was meeting at 2. I haven't heard. Of course, we start here at 2, so I don't know.
Well, you know, Barry Habib, you watch Barry Habib, you follow Barry Habib, you know who I'm talking about. You know, he thinks he knows it all. He doesn't know it all, but he thinks he knows it all. He said yesterday that they don't anticipate the Fed to lower any rates until May. Which I'm like, I don't know what makes you say that, but okay. So I don't think we're anticipating.
No, I had heard
Right.
there wouldn't be a change today, but you know,
So it'd be nice,
it'd be very
but it is what it is. So
yeah. Well, and you know, even just the anticipation of the meeting, you know, can affect the rates. That's probably what took our little dip today. So
yeah, because from what I understand, it's really like a 2-day thing, and so Tuesday, I guess they all get together and talk about what they're going to say today at the meeting. And so if they're announcing what everybody thinks they're going to announce, then usually it helps rates.
right, that's true.
So-
That's true.
So what are rates right now?
We're still in the 6s, so still doing good. You know, still doing very good. So like I said, tell people, you know, still it's better than it was this, you know, the latter part of last year before they started dropping. So you know, again, like I said, still staying in the 6s with paying mates. Some of them a little bit of points there to get that, but you know, good credit will get you that.
Okay. All right. Anything else going on in the mortgage world?
Well, I just brought this information. You can see it here as well, and it's just talking about, you know, a lot of people, you hear it and I hear, oh, I'm going to wait till prices come down. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And we've shared our thoughts on that, you know, the supply and demand thing and inventory issues. But this was just something that I had received through Union Home, and it basically just shows that over the next 5 years, you know, the estimated home value increases. And basically, you know, if you take if you bought a $400,000 house this year, they're saying, you know, the projections are in 5 years you'll have an additional $72,000 in equity. You know,
Yep.
so something to think about. You know?
Definitely.
So
Definitely. And we had our Remax sales meeting, what's today, Wednesday? We had it yesterday. And so we always go over kind of like, what's the inventory? What are the numbers? How many months supply do we have? And so when you look at it, just looking at, you know, the total number of homes available versus the total number of homes that are selling or under contract, then in Hamlin County, we have 2.7 months of inventory. But that is misleading because if you look at the number of homes for sale from 400 to 500,000 and from 500,000 up, that's where the bulk of the inventory is.
Right.
So if we just look at homes,
yeah, that price range.
if we look at homes under 400,000, we're only about a month's supply. So I don't see prices going down if you don't have enough homes to sell.
No. Think about, you know, 5 years, 72,000 in equity. You know, where else could you make that kind of money? You know, I mean.
Oh yeah, you're not going to invest in the stock market unless you have you know, you're not going to invest $400,000 and make $72,000.
Exactly. Yeah, this was pretty interesting to me to see that. So.
Yeah, and they kind of changed that. And so the way this is broke down over the next 5 years is it's saying this year we'll probably have a little over 2% appreciation, 2025 almost 3%, 3.5%, 4%, and then a little above 4% on that 5th year. And so obviously it just kind of accumulates like when you keep money in the bank and it's making interest. So, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was good information.
All right.
To share.
All right, so if you have a local business that you would like to be featured on, please send us a DM or leave a comment below. We'd love to get you on the schedule. Again, I'm Amy Schrader with RE/MAX.
I'm Kim Swan with Union Home Mortgage.